The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
Greg just
there it
finished
is.
eating. Yeah.
Gotta clear out the throat real quick.
Caught me in an awkward spot because, yes, we're starting late because of c'est moi. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, all you other people, if you have not found before, you have in fact found the Brothers in Arms podcast here on twitch.tv/BrothersinArmsPodcast. It is episode number 185 on this 22nd day of December in the year of our Lord 2024, quickly running out of the 2024. It is the eve of Christmas Eve. Yes,
Correct.
You heard that right. The eve of Christmas Eve. Yeah, I had to hear it a few times to make sure because it was these guys were going, it's the eve of the eve of the eve of Christmas. I was like,
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Right, so it's the eve of Christmas Eve. Boom.
Yes.
Said it.
Sure.
I think I got it right. I hope so.
Joining
Joining me as always, though, are my two favorite brothers from the same mother and father, Patrick and Alex.
You say that like there's more of us.
I know, right? But you are my favorite, so that counts.
Of the same mother and father. I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
None that we know of, and none that there should be. So we're good. There isn't any other ones.
We are digging holes. Hey, Pop. You'll never know.
You'll never know.
I like how our group chat, so twitch.tv/BrothersinArmsPodcast, ladies and gentlemen, our chat's color changes every show. So, we didn't have anybody talking last week, but the week before that it was blue, and the week before that it was like an orange. Only the shadow knows. Who's the shadow?
Only the shadow. It's the shadow.
Yeah, that makes perfectly good sense.
The shadow?
The shadow.
I don't know.
Whoever they are, they know. So
they know. The shadow knows.
And it's already too warm for this hoodie. I'm stripping, boys.
Well, you'd hate it here. It's a balmy. I got up to like 68, I think. It was nice. It's that terrible California winter.
It got up to what?
It's like 68.
That's not bad.
I know, right? Oh, look at you with the Topo Chico. Good choice. Those are so awesome.
Yeah, Alex he's uneducated.
I had no idea what that was.
You've never, oh my gosh.
I know, we're gonna have to educate him.
So fun fact.
Here you go.
So Topo Chico, I'm pretty sure it's in Southern California. They're based somewhere out here. But not only do they make just the regular seltzers, which taste awesome, by the way. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Alex, they also do make hard seltzer as well, and those are really nice, especially during the summer. So, enjoy them. The non-alcoholic ones are phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely.
I enjoy them. They're very good. So, no, good choice, brother. Very, very good choice. Those are awesome.
Non-sponsored.
I am not enjoying a non-alcoholic tonight. I am enjoying an existential shred from Humble Sea Brewing Company.
An existent.
It is literally, that is the name.
Existential shred.
Existential shred. That is the name of the
like
beer.
Existential dread.
The fact that you can say it. Oh, stop! There we go.
Well, it's the only one I'm having, and
so you can actually say it. An existential. Hey, I did it!
Yeah.
Yay!
But, yay!
Here's the crab. Here's the crab. That's me.
But
crab.
They're up out of Santa Cruz, California. So shout outs to them. First beer I've had from them, and yes, it is very tasty. And Dad does say Marvel Comics way before your time, which is why we do not know that the Shadow knows.
Well, they did try and make a movie. They tried to do like a backward glance at the Shadow, and it was weird. It was very weird. Dude was dressed in purple and black.
Okay.
He drove this like souped up car in the jungle. His sidekick is like the bee sting or stinger or so. Anyways, yeah, Pop, it was junk. I was very disappointed in said movie.
When did it come out?
Oh goodness, late 90s.
Okay, so this is
This was before MCU.
Pre Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, before MCU.
Like the time of Blade?
Around that same time, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now. Speaking of which, have you seen the new trailer for Superman?
I haven't watched it all the way through yet. I'm still like so jaded from the DC universe right now. Like ever since it's no. I have not committed to actually sitting down. I've seen bits of it. It looks interesting. It doesn't look bad. But what do you think? Like, did you watch it and was like, wow, this is actually looks really good?
So, Superman is going through a different timeline. He's going through a different. He's under different writers. How about let's put it that way? So,
okay.
Obviously, if you go to any comic book store right now, you're going to see different titles of Superman, brand new, different titles of Superman up on the board. And so this would be this writer's, director's take on Superman. So we're already seeing Crypto the Superdog. We're seeing Supergirl's in it. Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen. So it's the same like names that you know and that you recognize, but he has already promised that there's going to be more special effects in this one than you can shake a stick at. So he's either going to blow the budget and it's going to be crap, or he's going to blow the budget and it's going to be phenomenal. I don't know. Sorry. But it is a Superman. It is a guy that we don't know. And Pop is right. The Shadow came out in 1994 with Alec Baldwin, John Lone, Penelope Ann Miller. Those are the stars of said show.
Okay, so Shadow is DC Comics, though.
Yes. What? Wait.
Yeah.
Dad
says Shadow's DC Comics from the 70s. Character's been around since the 30s and 40s. All right, deals.
So, there you go.
Only the Shadow knows.
And so this one was the 1930s New York City. The Shadow, Alec Baldwin, battles his nemesis, Shawan Khan. John Lone, who is building an atomic bomb in the 1930s. All right.
Oh, my.
Shawan Khan.
That's his junk again.
Man. Awesome. So, yeah, that's catching up on the news. Gentlemen, how you doing?
I'm on leave.
Well, congratulations.
I know, it's so exciting.
I thought you weren't taking leave.
I'm taking no, I wasn't taking leave this last week. I am taking leave through the holidays. I go back to work the week after New Year's. So I'm gonna enjoy, and I'm not going anywhere. Brandy and I, so we've got Zoe. So I know you guys saw a pre-show. Zoe came in and gave me my hat because I totally forgot it. I was actually downstairs making sandwiches for everybody, and then Brandy has to get her passport renewed. And gentlemen, we're trying to do it online because the U.S. government or the State Department's finally catching up to the modern times and is like, hey, for these people that already have a passport, because she's had one for years, why don't we just let them renew it online? Because they're already in the system, because that makes sense. Which is cool. It's great. She can apply for a passport. However, you have to submit a photo.
Right.
have you ever tried to take a passport photo yourself?
No, that's why there's booths that do it.
Right. Well, we have to do it here at the house. And all of the walls in my home
are the wrong color.
Are the wrong color, and they're textured. So it needs to be on a white or gray background. And I happen to have a light gray sheet set, and I pulled it out of the linen closet, and we threw it up over the door. And we've got good lighting in the entranceway to our house. So we hung it over the door, and I took the photo, and we tried to upload it, and it's like, this will not upload because the background has wrinkles. Yeah, no Hawaiian shirts. So the background is wrinkled.
And you can't smile.
So, no smiling. But for the last 10 minutes, or we started, 15, almost 20 minutes late? For the last 15, 20 minutes, I was downstairs frantically trying to iron this sheet to get all the wrinkles out, and then stick it on the wall or hang it over the door and try to get this picture. And it's just every time it's like, it will not upload. It will not upload. So after we get off tonight, I'll go back downstairs, and I'm going to methodically iron out this sheet and get it as smooth as humanly possible and hang it back up. Make sure there's absolutely no wrinkles in it, so it is a flat, clean surface, so that I can snap a photo of Brandy so we can upload a good picture for her to be able to apply for a new passport because she needs it.
Iron that sheet.
Holy cow. I am ironing that sheet. I will be ironing that sheet probably for the next hour. So yeah, good times. Good times. But in other news, I'm probably gonna end up throwing out this batch of beer.
Oh
yeah. I'm gonna try and I'll see if it's keeping. But so Patrick, I told you I got a fancy monitoring system to be able to track
Bluetooth.
the gravity. Yeah. The gravity on this thing went a lot lower than it should have. And I was like, that's not good. That shouldn't do that. So I went and checked it. And I'm pretty sure I got some funk in there that I shouldn't have. I did not sanitize as thoroughly as I should have, is what it boiled down to.
That's rule number one.
Wash your hands and say your prayers, because Jesus and germs are everywhere.
Amen.
Junk.
And I did not
junk.
sanitize as well as I should have. So it's had some time to sit. I'm gonna check it again probably tonight or tomorrow and kind of see what it tastes like. But it's got some off flavors. It's basically more boozy than it should. Is what it boils down to. It's a very it shouldn't be that
boiled.
It shouldn't
boozy
boiled.
Boozy beer.
It should not be that boozy. So we'll see. Plan on probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna sit down with my neighbor. Will help me start building, because I don't even have the kegerator built yet. I've got all the parts for it, and the last few parts are arriving today.
It's a real world word. It's a real word.
Dad, we definitely need so for the right beer, we definitely need the funk. Unfortunately, this beer, we gotta not have that funk.
Gotta have that funk.
I'll give that one to Dad.
Dad gets about. I was
you
about
can't read it without thinking.
About to get. He was about. Yeah, I read it, and that definitely went through my head. I was about to sing it again.
We need the funk.
But no,
yeah,
I'll give it a shot. But I don't think it's gonna keep.
You're not making a sour, man. So
no,
you don't
I'm
want
probably.
Funk.
I was going for a pumpkin ale, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna throw it out. Unfortunately, so.
Wah, wah.
You win some, you lose some. It was a lot of lessons learned. Like, I'm kind of glad, playing with this new system's awesome. I definitely have. I learned some things, making this first batch. So I'll count it as a win in that respect. But at the same time, I'm frustrated. And if this thing does not stop trying to focus in and out, I'm going to lose my mind. Boys, I'm sorry. I don't know about how y'all are feeling about this thing, but
I'm having trouble focusing on it anyway, dude. You're good.
This constant like
eyes
I keep
wide
looking
open.
I keep looking at myself and it's like focus, not focus. Focus, not focus. Make up your mind. Alex, what you been up to? I heard you've been on leave for the last couple days as well there, boyo.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of.
We just got into Atlanta yesterday.
Mm.
We tried to leave Wednesday. We got into Atlanta yesterday.
Ew.
Yeah.
Were you on the road the whole time?
Brother,
No.
Brother, Brother,
Yeah.
For real.
So-
No, that's what it's been.
Yeah. It's our family tradition. Everybody gets sick at Christmas. Just it is. Last year we were with mom and dad. Everybody got sick. Everybody got sick. And this year was no different. It took me a while to try and shift. So I've been on mids. So I've been awake at night and sleeping during the day. So the whole plan was I was going to come home from work Wednesday morning, and we were going to basically just pack everybody up and get on the road and see how far we could get. And I got let out early on Tuesday night,
nice.
Wednesday morning, mainly because I just started yelling at everybody. Yeah.
He's losing it, folks. Let him go. Let him go home.
Yeah. So it was something small, right? So the night before, I get shakes every once in a while, especially when I get anxious. And we've talked about this here, and we've also talked about this offline between the three of us. But when I start to get like nervous, like I get a little bit of a tremor in my hand. And I was on watch Tuesday morning. We were helping out somebody else with their qualifications. So we were standing, there were a couple of us, we were standing watching the fake boat, which is, it's real. It's all a computer though. So like everything works just like it would on the actual boat. But it's all run by a couple of dudes.
Nowhere.
Yep, in a computer room right behind you.
Nice.
And I had my pen in my hand, and I'm sitting at my panel, and I'm just tapping on the bar, nodding my head, trying to stay awake because it's mids. And one of the guys comes in that's behind us, and he's trying to brief something, and he calls me out. And I was like, well, yeah, sure, okay, I'll stop. But that got me anxious, so I still had my pen in my hand, and my hands were in my lap at this point, and the bar is over it, and my legs shaking, my hands are shaking, and I hit that bar again, and he immediately stopped again and started berating me in front of everybody for doing again what he had just told me to stop doing. I was like, yeah, I can't help that. Sure, whatever. So I had that issue, and obviously, now I'm not only embarrassed, now I'm ticked off. So for like the last hour of this entire set, like everyone understands that I am mad. And it was probably the quietest I've ever seen it in there in my entire life. Like nobody. And one dude tried to bring up a topic of conversation, and I just turned and looked at him, and gave him the dad eyes. I was like, so he just got quiet and just sat there. And we
Oh.
finished up our set and everything was fine. Well, the next night I was on first watch. And I had told you guys while I was on swings that I was literally second half every single day.
Yeah.
So that means that, I'm one of the last people to get to go home every day because I'm stuck on watch and I have to wait for somebody to come relieve me. Well, the people who were doing the watch bills were like, you know what? We're gonna take it easy on Richmond this week. He's just anytime he has watch, he's gonna be first watch. Because we feel really bad about second watch all last week, whatever. First watch.
Well, that's nice.
The worst watch to stand on swings is second watch because you basically get to your car after midnight. Like Greg, I called you a couple of times while I was on swings going home.
Yeah.
And it was usually after midnight. The worst watch to stand on mids is first watch. Because your entire watch is busy. And if anything sets off or, off kilters the routine, you're playing catch up for those 4 hours. So you get on watch, you have to close out yesterday's logs, you have to start new logs, you have midnight logs, which you go around, you check everything. You have to put together the logs from 2 days ago. So you have to go around all the watch stations, collect all of those, put all those together. We have an alarms and warnings sheet that you basically have to go around to every single panel and write down all of the locked in alarms and the reason for that. So, like my station, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different panels that can have locked in alarms. And then I have to go out of that space, and there's 1, 2, 3 more panels that are in the main area that I have to do. And then there's 1 more in the middle area, and then there's 1 more all the way down and forward. So if you don't start on that quickly, I think my headphones just died.
Did you hear boop, 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 boop?
Ooh.
Yep. Well, I think the right one just died. Left one's still good, I'm pretty sure.
Like we can still hear you.
Hear you guys.
But
Yeah,
when
no,
it
we
goes,
still hear you loud and clear.
boop, 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 it died. Yeah.
Yeah. Right one just died.
That's fun.
So when the left one dies, hopefully the right one actually starts back up.
I hope it sticks.
Yeah. But anyway, like you have all these different things you have to go do, and it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And we got on watch on day last, and we got there, we go to quarters, and they have surprise training. So you have this training that we all have to go to that literally took half an hour. And we didn't finish quarters until 11:15. And then we get into this training, so that by the time I actually get to the boat to relieve, it's almost midnight.
Yeah.
Which means that half an hour that I normally have to get all of that stuff started didn't happen. So now I'm playing catch up. And I get through, I start doing all this different stuff, and then I finally get to take my first log set, and one of my needles on one of my analog meters sticks a little bit. So what do? You apply mechanical agitation. Tapping on it, see if I can get it to move a little bit. And one of the chiefs is behind me, and I'm just like hitting this thing. And he like kind of looks up, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I apologize. I'm not supposed to tap on the panel," because he was in there with me the previous day. And then I continued taking my logs or whatever. And he was like, "Hey, come outside, talk to me for a minute." Crap. Now what did I do? All right, so I go outside and I talk to him. And he's like, "What's going on, man?" I was like, "Dude, I'm just burnt out. I'm so tired. I'm tired of this. I'm basically just holding on to retirement at this point. Like, I'm done." So he goes off, and the next thing I know, my senior chief is in there, and she goes, "Hey, I hear you're kind of grumpy today." I was like, "Yep, today's not the
You,
day."
you don't say.
Who's a little grumpy today? Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. I had
She's
to look
like,
it up real quick. Hold up. So this is who you were to that
"Oh yeah, fishy."
Fishy,
fishy.
fishy.
Darla is her name.
Her name is Darla. Yes. So she pulls me out, and she's like, "You know, you're not on my list of people that I have to yell at. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're going above and beyond. No one has anything bad to say." Um, they had just gotten done at the beginning of the day. They're like, "Chiefs control liberty." It used to be, your LPOs controlled liberty, so I controlled my own liberty essentially.
Hmm.
I could just, oh yeah, cool, all right, see
I'm
you,
free.
and yeah, I'm free. I got nothing going on. And they had just instituted this new thing, and they're like, "Yep, all you guys are getting thrown into different qualifications." I'm now in 4 qualifications. And there's a new policy that's coming out later on this week that basically states that if you're dink for any reason, we're putting, staff members, C returnees on plus hours. Like
Yeah,
there's all
which is
this,
insane.
yeah, it's
That's messed up.
stupid stuff. And they're putting me in this qualification, and my qual date started on day last. I don't even have the qual card. I'm gonna show up dink. Like that, no, that makes no sense to me. But whatever. She's like, "Look, you're not on any of our lists. We're not worried about you. Like, as soon as you're done, just go home. As soon as you get off watch, just go home." I said, "Oh, okay."
Say no more.
And then I stuck around after watch. The year analysis list comes out at 5 o'clock. Right. So if I'm
Right.
on the year analysis list, I'm not on leave yet. I have to provide for your analysis. So if I get home and, get in bed and, get, relaxed and start to go to sleep, and then I get a phone call, "Hey man, you're on your analysis list. You got to come in and provide." I have to go in and provide.
Were you on the list?
No,
Oh, dodge that one.
no, but I stuck around until 5 until that list came out, and then I went
Right.
home.
So that he didn't have to come back after being all
Yeah,
comfy in bed. I got you, man.
because literally by the time I got home, that list would have come out, and I would have had to turn right back around.
Yep.
So not dealing with that. So I've been trying to shift, my sleep schedule back, which has been fairly difficult, because we were just going to get up on Wednesday morning and get on the road. Well, I was tired. Liz was tired. We still had a whole lot of other packing stuff we needed to do. The kids probably weren't ready for, getting in the car for a couple of hours. So we were just gonna, I was gonna go to sleep. I was gonna sleep for a little bit and then get up, and then we were gonna reassess. Well, then we determined, hey, we're we can probably go in the evening, because if I drive throughout the evening, then the kids are gonna sleep, and Caroline isn't going to get bored every hour on the hour and tell me she has to pee. And then we stop, and then she doesn't have to pee. But you don't play chicken with a 5-year-old, right? Because you
Yeah.
never know. Like if she says she has to pee, and then you're like, "You don't," and then she pees in the car. Well, yeah, okay, cool. Not dealing with that. So we drove out to Troy to go and drop something off for one of Liz's friends, and we got about 45 minutes away from the house, and we stopped and got something to eat. Got the kids some chicken nuggets from McDonald's, and we were gassed up. I was fueled up. I was halfway through a 20-ounce Red Bull. I was like, "Let's do this. We're gonna drive." And Caroline starts, screaming from the back seat, "Mom, I'm gonna throw up. Mom, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Mom," and then she throws up.
Oh.
Gosh.
Yeah.
No.
So we get her cleaned up. We turn around. We go home, and we're home for about 10 minutes before Theo throws up. Now we have a
Sure it wasn't the Nuggets?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Nuggets because I also did, and Liz also did.
Had the Nuggets?
Did not have the Nuggets, but threw up.
But had the other parts.
Yes. So, because also we get them two separate things. Caroline wants a cheeseburger, and Theo wants nuggets.
Okay.
Okay. So we got home. We got everybody cleaned up. We got everybody baths. We put the kids to bed. Liz just couldn't do it. She was like, I'm done. I need to go to sleep. And I've been on a mid schedule. I had already drank half of a 20-ounce Red Bull. I was like, well,
I'm up.
I'll hang out with Theo for a bit. Because we can't really hear if the kids get sick in their beds from our room. So either I'm sitting in the hallway or, we have this like nice little sectional couch kind of thing that we found at, I think it's either Sam's Club or Costco. I don't know. It's kind of nice though. But you can turn this thing in all different things. You can make it into a fort, all sorts of cool stuff.
Fort couch.
I want a fort couch.
Fort couch.
That came out as a court couch.
I'm sitting on that in Theo's room, and Theo, like, about every hour and a half, gets up and pukes. So I was up with him probably until about 5 a.m, until he finally calmed down enough that he was able to just continue to sleep. So I'm like, all right, so we're going to take Thursday. We're just going to rest and recuperate. We're going to give it a shot on Friday because I was still feeling rough on Thursday. Friday morning, I wake up to the sound of Liz throwing up.
Oh.
Yep. So I was like, okay, so we're not getting on the road Friday morning. And we kind of hung out. I hung out with the kids, gave Liz an opportunity to sleep. And we were finally able to get on the road Friday afternoon. And Liz took the first shift driving because she was feeling all right to drive. And she made it until about 6. And then I took over.
Sweet.
Yeah. So she got about 4 hours in.
All right.
I got in at 6. Meanwhile, we're driving through, like, there's probably about an inch of snow on the road. Like, it started snowing real heavy Friday afternoon.
You want to bet?
And that snow followed us all the way through Pennsylvania.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Nothing like driving in a snowstorm.
No.
Yeah, it's fun.
So,
you've got Star Wars flashbacks going light speed.
Oh yeah, we're going ludicrous speed.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yep. So I took over at about 6, and the kids started getting tired around 7, so they started falling asleep. Gentlemen, I drove from 6 in the morning, or 6 in the evening, until about 7:30 in the morning when we pulled into her mom's house.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I woke up at 4 in the morning Friday morning. Yeah.
You powered through that one. How many times did you stop?
After the kids went to sleep, I only stopped twice. And that was for gas both times.
That's impressive.
Make mom and dad proud.
Yeah. And once to let the dogs get out and go pee.
Ludicrous speed.
Yeah. So
at least once you got far enough south, the snow cleared up because that's.
It did, but then the fog rolled in.
Yeah.
Welcome to the South.
Guys, I drove through the top of a mountain with the fog, and quite literally, like I am leaning over
The
the steering
wheel.
wheel
Yeah, trying to see the road.
because I can see about 5 feet in front of me.
Uh-huh.
It
That's
was
danger,
glorious.
man. Danger.
Please
Will
God, don't let there
Robinson.
be anyone
Danger.
with a broken down car in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
No, it
Yikes.
was glorious. So we did all of that, so that I had an event last night with my father-in-law.
Yeah.
My father-in-law works for a company called VTech, and they do audio-visual stuff for like hotels and for sporting arenas. Basically, they manufacture and sell this little box. It's an all-in-one box that goes on the back of a TV, and they can use those boxes that they can all talk to each other, and they can basically do any of the display signage that you need. But then they'll also talk to like the, purchasing systems. So like if it gets to a point where they cut off like alcohol sales, somebody can go and key in a button and it'll take all the alcohol sales off of all of the boards.
Huh.
And it won't allow any of the registers to sell alcohol as well.
Smart.
Um, but they can do like live feed, like you can, port in cable. Like if you want to, you're sitting up in the box and you're just like, hey, I really kind of want to see the end of this game that's going on while I'm sitting here watching this live game.
Right.
They can change the channel in there. Like they can still keep their little sponsorship bugs up. So like if there's like a little thing in the upper right hand corner for, whatever sponsor has bought that space on the screens, like they can still do that. But you can change the channel entirely.
That's cool.
So there's all sorts of cool stuff. But he has a whole bunch of different contacts that he's, garnered over the years. And one of them is the Atlanta Hawks. So I ended up going to my first ever professional basketball game last night.
Cool.
And
What'd you think?
They're terrible.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Dude, I was sitting up in the box with him because we got like box seats up at the top because these like the people that he works with, like they just give him promotional stuff. So, like he can bring, clients to show them, how all the different stuff works, or he can just bring family if he wants to. Like he can bring his wife, but he called me a couple of weeks ago and he was like, "Hey, I have this opportunity. You're going to be in town, and you were the first person I thought of. Do you want to go to this game with me?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll go. Sure." So, we pull up and we pull into the VIP parking area.
Ooh.
And the guy's like, "Yeah, the name is Robinson, Robison." And he goes, "Yeah, you're not on the list."
What a
no.
jerk.
He's like, "No, I know I'm on the list. Just check it. Maybe check it by my first name." So they look through his first name. He goes, "Yeah, no, you're not on here." He goes, let me make a phone call." He goes, "Okay, just pull up there for a second while you figure it out." I said, "All right." So we pulled up. We're in the garage. We're not allowed to park in the garage. And he makes one phone call, and the dude's like, "Oh yeah, hold on. I'll just call Stan real quick." And, the supervisor comes over and, talks to him for a second. And he goes, "Yeah, this is my name." And she's like, "Okay, let me go check it." And she goes over there. And then literally she comes back like 2 minutes later. She goes, "Yeah, my manager just pulled up and said, you guys are good. So go on." We go and we park. We walk across the street into the World News Center down next to Olympic Park.
Yeah.
And,
used to be CNN, I think.
It used to be CNN. It's not anymore.
No, it's not.
No.
Downtown's getting weird, y'all.
It is. It's kind of weird. Yeah. I looked at it and I was like, dude, I don't think I've been inside this building in like 30 years.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
but
It's a little less
we're
than that.
Okay, 25, 26, 27.
25, yeah, somewhere in
it
there.
was
But
96.
still,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's 96, dude. So it's
96.
29 years,
Yeah.
okay?
No.
Yeah.
We went
When?
90.
Hmm.
Hold on, I'm snapping my fingers because I'm thinking. Yeah, we did Tuba Christmas there, so I know I've been.
Am I a tuba player?
No, but we also
Ooh.
went there for the didn't we? Isn't that where they had the World Congress as well?
No.
Is that not the same building?
Mm-mm.
I
No.
stand corrected.
No.
So it's been since 96 since I've been in that building,
It's been a minute.
which
Been a
is
minute.
almost
Got it.
30 years. Hmm.
Let's argue.
Anyway,
All right.
we'll continue.
Height,
Yeah.
fight.
KO.
The non-mouthpiece player, instrument guy over here has never been to Tuba Christmas.
Mm.
That's true.
Crazy.
Who woulda?
Who would have
Hmm.
thought?
Who
would've thunk?
woulda?
Anyway,
Carry on.
so we're
My
standing outside
wayward
security.
son.
You got yourself on that one.
Happens.
You did.
Yeah. I don't know if you get. I don't think you get a point.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. But anyway, we're standing outside security, and it's like 5:30, and security doesn't open for another 45 minutes, so we can't even get into the arena.
Oh my goodness.
So he calls this dude, and this dude's like, "Yeah. As soon as I get a chance, I'll get down there. We'll get you guys in because they needed to have him for like a meeting because they're rolling out this new software hardware mix up thing that they're doing in January." And he was going to give a presentation to this guy. Well, it turns out he wasn't just giving a presentation to that guy, but he was giving a presentation to that guy, his boss's boss, and then the overall AV person for Staples Center or State Farm Arena.
State Farm, yeah.
Like, yeah, crazy. But we got the opportunity. The dude finally came down. He walked through the entire crowd of people, grabbed the two of us. We walked around all the other people, and they're like, "Well, I'm on the list too." And we walked through our own little security checkpoint. And I already had all of my stuff out and in my pocket, so I just put it in the little thing, sent it to the X-ray machine, and walked through. And the guy kind of looks back. He goes, "You've done this before?" I was like, "Yep. This is how I get into work every day." Picked up my stuff off the conveyor belt, put my medal back on, and walked on in.
Nice.
But they had a meeting that was like 45 minutes.
Jeez.
So I got to learn a lot about what he actually does, which was kind of cool.
I was about to say, did you get a chance to actually sit in and kind of listen to like as you gave the presentation? Oh, that's cool. I bet that was really neat.
They asked me like, "Oh yeah, it's your son-in-law, and he works with you. That's cool." And he goes, "No, he doesn't work with me. It's just my son-in-law." But it was cool.
Check one.
Yep. So
I'm just here to hang out. Don't mind me.
Yeah,
I'll sit in the back.
Company secrets here. That's all. No big deal.
Yeah.
I know how to
got to look at
turn it off now.
Yeah.
My clearance is higher than
cell
yours.
phone
Don't worry.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the fun part, because like all these guys, they have these little badges that are on, and they have like they have their clearance that are on it,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them have like a confidential clearance, and I'm like, tee funny. Yeah, so it was good. But like we got to walk in, I got to see the whole like AV setup that they have and like how they control all of the different screens, and then we went up to one of the really nice booths that's like it's like 15 grand a game to rent this thing out.
Come on.
And we're just standing in there, talking about the screen, talking about the stuff that's on the back of it, all the different things they can do with it. And I'm like, cool, man. Like this is where we're gonna be. This is awesome. It wasn't where we were gonna be. No.
It's like you're parking. They hadn't picked it yet.
Yeah, I hadn't picked it yet.
Yeah.
But we ended up in like a box next to they have cabanas that you can rent out up there.
Copa?
And we ended up next to this 9-year-old's birthday party.
No.
And dude, if you have not gone to a basketball game where a bunch of kids are really excited and they know the players and like, oh man, it was awesome.
Neat.
Oh, it was awesome. Like these kids were having a grand old time, and the parents were just like, "Yeah, yeah, I did good, yeah." So, but we were by ourselves in our own little area. We were blocked off from them with like a kind of like a half glass wall. But just watching them have a grand old time, watching the Hawks lose was just awesome. So,
Who'd they play?
they played the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
Which honestly, the only name that I recognized was Scottie Pippen Jr.
No.
Oh.
Junior.
Yeah,
Nice.
The Sun.
yeah. And that dude was going off. It was great. He was playing for the Grizzlies though. But we I watched them. We watched them during like practice in the beginning, and they're all shooting like threes, and none of them are going in. None of them.
That's how games are won now, man.
Yeah, and we're sitting there
Yeah.
watching the Grizzlies, and they're shooting threes, and every single one of them are going in. I'm just like, bro, this is not going to be good for the Hawks. And then the first like 10 minutes of the first period, it was like 2-27.
Yeah.
I was like, no,
Wah, 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 wah.
no. But we had like unlimited free food. We had unlimited drinks while we were up there. So, we each got plates of some really good food. They had like butter chicken up there. They had a carving station up there. And then literally the bar was right behind us. So you could just go up there, and I think I had just like 2 beers on the evening, but like it was really good.
Cool.
Got an opportunity to spend some time with my father-in-law that I don't normally get to do. It's never just the two of us, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So,
And you got to learn about his
good.
work.
mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I think it's neat. I'm sure it was a blast.
Yeah, Liz and I were talking about it. She's like, I'm pretty sure you know more about what he does than I do.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's good fun.
Sweet.
But now we're in Atlanta, so
Yay.
Yeah.
We're this much closer, but still far away.
yeah. Well, I don't want to bring the sickness over there, man.
I appreciate
You
that.
know? Yeah.
Lost it.
Did you see that? It
No.
I did.
fell right out of my ear. Where the heck did it go?
I don't have that problem,
Oh, stop
as you
I
can
don't
see.
either.
it. Found it.
I was gonna laugh if you had shaken your head, Alex, and that one went
Oh,
flying out. I would have died. I'd have died.
No, my ears are huge.
Oh, I didn't talk about this. I'm gonna show it because it's kind of
Yeah.
neat, gentlemen.
It's his
Patrick, when you
Warhammer
were
thing
in
again,
when you were
isn't
in
it?
Japan, did you hit up any gachapons?
Yeah.
Okay, so our mall near where we live here in Oceanside, over in Carlsbad, has a
bad, is it?
gachapon. What's up?
Nothing.
It has a gachapon store that's run. It's all Bandai.
Yeah.
Bandai stuff, but it's gachapon, and so you can go in and you can get tokens, and you can use them to get stuff out of a bunch of different gachapon machines. Yeah.
Right.
Check that little dude out.
What is it?
It looks like a cancer.
It's a Gundam.
Yeah, it's either a cancer or a
What?
Pisces.
So it's apparently its name is a Dom, DOM. And the only reason I went in that machine is because they also had Wing Gundam Zero and they had Epion, and I was trying to get one of
Sweet.
those two, and I ended up getting and it had a Leo and a spacesuit Leo, and so I was like 4 out of the 5 I want one of those, and I got the one Gundam that I did not
That didn't want.
recognize, but he is really stinking cool.
Yeah.
Like I put him together last night. He's been added to my collection of little dudes and minifigures and stuff up on my desk. But those things are neat. I have never used one. I did one this weekend, and yeah, no, I think they're awesome.
Cool.
So, I'm sorry, I off subject, but I wanted to talk about him because he's cool.
Right on.
Alex, you got the question this week.
Patrick, you didn't talk about what you did this week.
Oh, we got like 5 minutes and we're done with the hour.
Oh, well, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
I am so sorry.
I have both of my kids here in the house right now, which is awesome. Very blessed by that. It's Christmas Eve. And so all of our Christmas parties are done here at EBC. Praise God. That's awesome.
Thank Lord.
I've got papers to grade to finish out the semester for my first years. And I went on an 8-mile bike ride today. That was fun.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. A little bit of off-road trail and then the belt line that we have here in Atlanta. So I was kind of hopping on both of them. It was pretty sweet. Yeah. There you go.
Awesome.
Sounds like a good week. If you don't mind me saying.
Lots of bread too. So Carrie made 14 dozen sugar cookies yesterday. I made 54 chocolate chip cookies yesterday. I made 1 regular sandwich loaf and 1 sourdough loaf, and I've got another one proofing today. Yeah, we're making a lot of food. That's good. Lots of cookies.
I picked up, gentlemen, I forgot it, didn't tell you, so I got a prime rib.
Ooh.
Yeah. Holy cow, meat has gotten expensive.
Yes? You said holy cow meat.
Yeah, holy cow meat has gotten expensive. Because it was, I was going to go for something smaller, and then everything that they had at this place, I was like, you know what? Like, I normally do an 8-pound rib roast anyways. And that's usually the recipe that I like to use. That's usually what it calls. I could have gone smaller, but I was like, nah, I'll just do an 8-pound. I'll just have a lot of leftovers. But almost $100
for meat.
Now it's for 8 pounds. Now, mind you, that's enough for all 3 of us to eat, and then I will have leftovers for the next week. I'll be eating it. And I'll probably give some to my neighbors because, that's usually how I roll. But wow.
Where's the beef?
Wow. It's in my fridge. And it's going to be amazing because I do a garlic, rosemary, and thyme butter infused coating that I put over the entire outside of the rib roast before I put it in the smoker. And I put a tray underneath it, so as it smokes, all of that butter some of it will get absorbed by the rib roast, but a lot of it will just fall off, and it'll get collected in that pan. And then I bring it into the house, and I'll finish it in my cast iron to sear the outside. So basically like a post sear to finish it, and then I strain the butter off and, get all the, extra like herbs and stuff out of it. So it's just the butter. And then I'll usually, depending on how salty it is, I might add a little bit of salt and pepper to it. And then you use that as a dressing / dip. Oh boy, gentlemen, you have not lived. I will send pictures. You will be envious. I love you. I'm sorry. But that is what we will be doing for Christmas. That's our Christmas Eve dinner, and I'm looking forward to it because it is that good.
Good choice.
Well,
yeah.
Send it.
All right. So it's the holidays.
That it is.
Holiday.
I'll take that. So we're gonna go back to one of the old standards. Between the three of us, I ask a question. We each determine who is the most likely.
Mm.
And I don't know. We'll take a consensus vote.
Go.
Yep. So I don't know. Chat can probably throw in as well because we got both Liz and Dad in there, so they might be able to
Sweet.
break ties or what have you.
Okay.
We'll see.
Bless you.
So we'll just go for just a couple of them, so
I
we don't
sneezed.
take up way too much time. Bless you.
Thank you. I muted. I was quick. Continue.
Yeah, I literally have to take this out thing in order for that to come back. So that anyway, all right. So first and foremost, who's the most likely to sneak a peek at their gifts?
Alex.
Yeah, Alex.
I hate surprises. Who's the most likely to leave Christmas shopping to the last minute?
Greg.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
would
not
have to say Greg as
technically.
well.
I'm still not technically done. I've got a few last minute.
Gee,
I got all the big.
man.
Hey, I got all the big stuff.
We're
I
already
just
into
gotta get-
Eve, dude.
Brother, I still gotta get a few things for the stockings. That's all I got left.
Yeah.
Everything else is done. It's just stocking
Yeah.
stuffers. I just need a few little odds and ends, and I'm done. But all the big
Okay.
stuff's taken care of.
How odd.
All right. Who's the most likely to fall while ice skating?
Alex.
Really?
Yep. The man fell downstairs carrying a ream of paper.
Oh, that's cold, but
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not
Too
wrong.
soon?
I mean,
Too soon? Too
not
soon?
wrong.
My bad.
I don't know. That was like 14 years ago.
It's been a minute. It has been a minute.
Been a minute.
Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Greg.
Oh.
I don't fall that much. Knock on
Mhm.
wood.
Help.
Yeah. Help. Who's most likely to start listening to Christmas music in October?
My wife.
Yeah,
I was
say
also
none of
gonna say
us.
Carrie.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yep. Who's most likely to knock over a Christmas tree?
Mine's only this big, so
I can't see your hand if it goes over here. All I've got your face.
mine's only about this
Yeah.
tall.
Still can't
It's
see
still
it.
off screen, dude. I can't see
Okay.
it.
This
Yeah, there
tall.
we go. Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go, right there. Mine's only about that tall. It's
I
not a
would-
very big Christmas tree, so the
I
odds
would
of
say the
knocking it over are
dog.
slim. I was gonna say it's my cat, but because he's a jerk.
Liz says Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline.
Caroline probably did.
Hmm.
Who is most likely to still take pictures with Santa?
Oh, are you kidding?
All
Who
three of
has
us. All
recently
right.
taken a picture with Santa?
Oh, not me.
I haven't done it in a while.
I haven't seen a real Santa.
Santa came with us on deployment.
I played Santa.
Liz,
You took
Liz
a
sent me
picture with
Christmas
Santa.
PJs. Yeah.
Hmm.
I dressed up in Christmas PJs. I ran down the halls of the ship screaming, "It's Santa!" It was great.
I'm so glad for you.
I love it.
Yep.
Let's see. And finally, who's most likely to sleep in on Christmas morning?
Oh, Alex.
I'd go with Greg on this one.
Well, actually, Patrick, it might be. Well, no, you're still an early riser. I
It's
I
you.
sleep in on when I'm not working. I turn off my alarm.
Uh-huh.
Normally, I'm up
No,
at
it's
6
you.
a.m., but I like
Yeah.
my alarm.
It's Greg.
I'm normally up at 4. It's
Well,
Greg.
and Alex, you've got littles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they sleep as long as Liz does, and Liz sleeps in.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, like I'm usually up by myself, playing games on my phone.
Right.
Yeah,
Squad Busters, ladies and gentlemen, Squad Busters.
Quad Busters. It's
I
fantastic.
get up
New
before
update.
Brandy, let the dogs out, and
Who
then
let the dogs out?
make
was Greg.
coffee and sit and I like my morning silence.
Allowed. I'll allow it.
Lord.
Lord?
Lord.
Hmm.
Lord. All right.
19.
That's what I got for now, boys.
Well done, sir.
Those are good questions. 19.
I like them. You rolled a 19. I roll one.
Yep.
12.
Mm.
Yep. So I got a Christmas. I got Christmas jokes.
Oh,
Same.
send it.
Yep. So, what kind of motorbike does Santa ride?
Did that other H word?
A Harley Davidson.
A Holly. A Holly Davidson.
Davidson.
Mm.
Hmm.
Figured he was a Kawasaki man myself.
Hmm.
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 What do donkeys send out near Christmas?
Why did they say that?
I don't know. What do donkeys send out at Christmas?
Mule-tide greeting.
Yeah.
Alex, have you heard the Christmas donkey song yet?
Oh,
I have.
Dominic.
Dominic the donkey.
The Italian
Ding-a-dee-ding.
Christmas donkey.
The Italian Christmas donkey, yes.
That's right.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Oh.
Greg?
How do sheep say
no.
Merry Christmas to each other?
They don't? They're sheep?
No. Feliz Navidad.
Yep, I only had 2 tonight, and here's my second. Ready? Who is never hungry at Christmas? A turkey. It's always stuffed.
Oh, that's good.
Ah. Yep.
What do you call an old snowman?
Puddle.
A puddle.
Water.
Water. Yeah.
This one's kind of funny. What did Adam say on the day before Christmas?
It's Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Eve.
It's Christmas Eve.
Yep. There you go, folks.
It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, we got one more.
I don't
What?
have a third one, so you
He
can
doesn't have a
Oh
third
no,
one.
no third one.
go for it.
All right. This one's good. What is a vegan's favorite Christmas song?
I don't know.
Soy to the world.
Merry Christmas, Eve.
Merry Christmas, Eve.
Eve.
Eve. Hey, there's our 3.
Eve.
That's it. Merry Christmas, Eve. Folks, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight on twitch.tv/BrothersinArmsPodcast. You too can be a part of our lovely chat room. Chat room, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You guys are the bomb, the Christmas bomb. And we thank you so much for that. Our YouTube channel, Brothers in Arms Podcast. Yep,
Podcast.
all one word. Yep, Brothers in Arms Podcast.
All one word. Yes.
And yeah, that about wraps it up for us. The plan is to be here again next week, but then again, we'll see what happens. Travel times and all that fun jazz. But before we hit that magic button, gentlemen, any parting remarks for our friends and family? Hydrate.
Yes. I will always tell you, drink water, change socks, take your Motrin. And I got one more saved round dad joke 'cause it still makes me laugh. Gentlemen, what do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
I don't know.
Frostbite.
Oh, yes, you do.
Sorry, that one was good. I couldn't let it pass.
Oh, it's
All
okay.
right, I'm good.
You good? Alex?
It's the holiday.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Spend some time with your family while you can.
Yep.
Enjoy your time away from not doing your job.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm. If you're blessed, call your grandma.
Amen.
Or your grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Call them. Let them know you love them. Because I promise they still love you.
Sure.
And Liz throws in, always carry puke bags in the car.
Amen.
Solid.
Kids or dogs.
Solid.
Learn that one the hard way.
Boy, this has been a fun episode.
How do you get a dog in a puke bag?
Very carefully.
It's gotta fit him in.
I don't know.
Little bits.
Let's not do that
time.
No, let's not do that one at all. No.
Let's not do that one. No,
All right,
that's
folks.
not a good hand gesture.
No, what?
Oh no, the one Greg's doing.
Oh, little bits?
That one. Yep. Nope.
Little bits.
I refuse. That's not the one.
No, that's not it.
That's not the one. I can't see what your hands are doing.
Oh.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, fair. Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's always
All right,
the
folks.
pasta.
It's always the pasta. It's always the pasta.
Always the pasta.
Guys, I love you.
I love you too,
Love
bro.
you too, bro.
Thank you. Y'all take care, and we will see you hopefully before the new year. That's a good
Yes.
plan. Absolutely. So, we'll see you again in 2024. Good night, everybody.
Okay, we'll see you later, I guess.
Yeah. Who knows?
I
Maybe.
guess.
Yes.
That's my plan.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Greg needs a haircut.
Not saying a word. I'm surprised the beard hasn't come in yet for both of y'all.
I'll probably shave, honestly, because I'm staying at home and I'm on base.
Got
I'll have to. Yeah, unfortunately.
Keep it up.
Yeah. As much as I would love to just like let it go.
I wanted to be presentable yesterday.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially VIP. Not remembered VIP, but VIP nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
VIP-ish.
Around. Goodbye, everybody.
No, it's good on you. I like that. Bye.
Merry Christmas Eve, Eve, Eve.
Eve?
No, it's not the 4 Eve. It's the 3 Eve.
Oh.
It's the 3 Eve.
It's the eve of Christmas Eve Eve.
That it is.
The eve of Christmas Eve Eve. And I can't tell you guys how long it took me to think about that. I had to write it down. It is written down in my notes to remember that. That is the eve of Christmas Eve Eve.
See you later, boy. Alex.
Wasn't good enough for her.
Oh, cracking me up. All right. Bye, everybody. Last time. We'll see you.
Okay. I can't do that. It doesn't. There. Now I just look like a. What's up, cool kids?
That's not weird at all.
You wanna go learn how to skate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But bye.
Bye. Bye.